Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel Blank. I'm Iron, and today I'm going to share with you 5 tips that will help you find your own art style. With the first video to have a script. Yay! So, finding your own art style is hard for several reasons. For one, you might one day like this one style that you saw, and the next day you might like this other style, and the day after that you might not like any of them anymore. It goes on and on because whenever a cartoon pops up, you might want to draw like that. Or whenever you see an anime, you might also want to draw like that. Whatever the reason may be, it's really hard to find your own art style. Basically, if you've drawn since you were a kid, you probably started off by copying other people's art styles. And that's okay. We all start that way, I think. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But most of us do. Most of us start by copying other styles. However, one day you might find that you would like to create your own art style. And since all you did was copy other styles, you might not know where to start. When I first wanted to find my own art style, I also had no idea where to start. I'm still narrowing down my styles to this day, actually. And I have been struggling with this a bunch, to be honest. Plus, art block doesn't really help at all. And that's what gave me the idea of making this video, for others who might be struggling out there just like me. So, without further ado, the first tip to finding your own art style is to draw. Just draw without references or anything. Just get a blank piece of paper, a pencil, a pen, whatever you want. Just something that you can draw with. But prioritize that the paper is a blank piece of paper. And then just start drawing. Draw for a whole day. I don't know, man. However long it takes, just draw. Don't look up any references though. Just maybe listen to some music or whatever you do when you draw. And maybe in those drawings, you'll find your style or what you kind of draw most of the time. I need to reread that. And maybe in those drawings, you'll find your style or what you kind of draw most of the time. And if you don't, that's okay too. Like if you do one drawing with one style because you remember it and you can't get it off of your mind, and then you do another drawing in another style, it's okay because screw it. You're not gonna find your style right away. Sorry to burst the bubble, but finding your own style takes a long time. However, with these tips, you might be able to shorten that amount of time. On to tip number 2 on finding your own art style. You might want to look back at your old drawings. This might help because since you were little, you probably wanted to draw a certain way, or probably had certain ideas that you might have forgotten now. And when you look back, you'll probably be like, "Oh shit," or maybe not, like, "Oh shoot, I remember what I was trying to draw, and how I was trying to do it." And maybe you'll like your own art style from when you were little. I don't know, but it might pop something into your mind and get you like, I tried this style since I was little and I really liked it, so let's try to bring it back. And boom, you might have just found your own art style. And if not, here comes the next slice of advice. Not a piece of advice. Have a slice. Fuck it, take the whole damn cake. I don't care. Just try some of these tips. So, tip number 3 is to, if you have an OC, an original character, draw that. Draw that as many times as you can, because you might always draw this character in a specific style and not notice it. Since usually an OC that is constantly drawn always has a certain look to it, like if it was drawn in a certain way, and with a certain style, and with certain colors. For example, there are several things that I notice when I'm blah. For example, there are certain blah, I can't talk. For example, there are several things that I notice when I draw mine, since it always stays constant most of the time. Yes, there are little changes, but usually there isn't a drastic change, unless you stopped drawing that character years ago and then barely started doing it again. So if you have an OC that you constantly draw them again and nitpick the little things that you like and that you always draw on that character. And then you'll maybe find your own art style. Like maybe in one character the eyes are big, the head is kind of big, and the rest of the body is kind of small. And that's the gist of your style. Or maybe vice versa. The body is big and the head is kind of small. That's that's kind of weird, but whatever. It's your style. If you're into that, that's okay. This also happens to other parts of the character's body though, such as the nose, which might always be pointy, while the rest of the body parts are rounded and smooth. Whatever. However you draw this character, it might help you find your own art style because you're used to drawing this character a certain way because you like it that way or that style. Tip number 4 on how to find your own art style is to get bits and pieces of styles that you like. Never try 100 blah. Never try to 100% copy one style because you'll always compare your drawings with others. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you like the way an artist draws their character's eyes, you might want to copy a little bit of that, and then copy a little bit from another artist and make it your own. For example, copy a bit of one artist's way of doing eyes, and copy the other artist on how to do bodies, and the other artist on how to do hair, or something like that. But never copy one artist 100% on how they do their art, because you're always going to compare to blah. Because you're always going to compare yourselves to them and be like, why is my art not looking like theirs? Or why is theirs better? Theirs is better because it's their style and that's how they draw and that's how they've been drawing the whole time. All in all, just don't copy 100% another person because yes, please. That's also not a good idea at all anywhere else, not even just in the art field. And the fifth and last tip on how to find your own art style is to just draw till you find it one day. If none of these tips help you, or if they just give you a little push or boost, well, good for you. But it's not 100% approved that you will find your own art style since since these tips are not based on anything and I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. Okay, let's reread that. But it's not 100% approved that you will find your own art style if you follow these tips, or if you try them out or whatever. They're just of my opinion, honestly, and it's how I've come to find my own art style a bit. Like, I'm not too sure if I'm even gonna keep this style. I just draw whatever I feel like drawing at this point in time, and that's it. Art styles can change, and you can go back to your old art styles if you want. Or you can change from one day to another and just be like, screw it, I'm gonna draw like this now. And that's okay if that's your decision. If you don't like my tips, that's good too, because sometimes there's good advice and other times there's bad advice. And if you think that I'm giving you bad advice, fuck yourself. I'm joking. But like, just don't try them and just stop listening to me or something. I don't know. But if you did like them and if they did give you a little push, thank you for following them. That's how I found mine. Blah. That's how I find. Blah. That's how I found mine too. My own art style. If they do or do not help you, just keep on drawing. Never give up, mate. You'll find it one day. It probably won't be today though, or tomorrow, or maybe even next year, but you'll stumble upon it eventually. And if you never do, well, that's just sad. But it's never too late. I don't like that phrase, but yeah, it's never too late to just continue trying to find your own art style. And one day you will, and you'll be like, this is my style. And oh, how did I not see it sooner or find it sooner? Well, it's all just a matter of time, and everything comes with time. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment if this helped you or totally annihilated your art. Anything's possible, sadly. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and click on the notification bell. That way you'll get notified every time one of my videos gets uploaded. And yeah, you'll see them, please. I try to upload twice a week, though that might not be possible anymore because college is looming. What the fuck? Because college is looming over my shoulder, so that might change a bit. I hope it doesn't though. And I hope to see you again this week. Bye!